Good morning, y'all. Welcome back to Apron Strings. I've been busy the last couple of weeks, inside and out, and I've had my greenhouse that Troy built out of cattle panels recovered with plastic because it was all disintegrating. And I want to go show y'all my greenhouse, and I'm going to give you a 2-week update on the garden. You get a little bit of rain and it does so much good for the garden. So I've picked probably 1.5 gallons of green beans off of my green stalks, and I'm going to be canning those. But I want to show you what everything looks like outside after the good Lord sent us some rain. Let's go out back. Hey guys, this is when I step out the back door, and I just want you to look how much my herbs have grown in that green stalk right here. And this is the green onions that I told y'all I plant the roots on the bottom. My sunflowers that I told you that I planted in the middle here, look how big they've gotten. The 4 o'clocks are just going crazy. And my chamomile and Tumble Tom tomato, and they make the best little yellow tomatoes. If you're in the market for a tomato plant, Tumble Tom is a good one. My vincas, but I mean the 4 o'clocks are what are just noticeably huge. This is all growing. I can't wait till the Mexican hydrangeas start blooming and I can show y'all what they look like. They're a beautiful plant. Okay, Monica, there's the blue feet. Be sure you see them. See the plants that I had put here in this green stalk? They're growing. They've probably gone several inches since I planted them. This is a, let's see what kind. I'm not sure what kind of tomato plant that is. I planted so many different ones and I can't see my label, but it's got a lot of blooms on it. Look, I've got nice tomatoes on this one. And there's some more clusters down at the bottom. That is a black creme. That's a, they're delicious. This is all celebrities, and I have tomatoes on them. Look how big they've gotten. I'm gonna back off over here where you can see. They've grown so very much. My squash plants are beautiful, and look down in here. See all the blooms? And I have little squash. See the squash? Oh my goodness, this is so exciting for me. And then all my peppers are doing well. I picked a bunch of peppers already. These are bells, and these are I told you, the Cajun bells, and it's just loaded. This is a regular bell, and it has the dews on them, or the rain, or whatever. It has a nice big bell pepper down in there. This is my African blue basil that I plant every year for pollination, and it is bringing in the bumblebees and the bees and the butterflies. These peppers have grown a lot, and I've harvested some off of them. More squash with blooms on them. My tomatillas have little ones on them somewhere. I saw some over here last night. My banana peppers are in there, and the tall plant at the end is eggplant. And they're doing very well. On the trellis right here, I have cucumbers going up, and I have little cucumbers already. My yellow squash has lots of blooms in it. My nephew and my grandson Richard and his wife, well, Derek put together 3 of these, and then the other one's over by the chicken pen, and then they put together 3. And Derek came and filled the bottom part with the logs. I'm going to get a load of sand and fill it on up and leave about 12 inches to put good rich soil to plant in. And my intentions are to plant more green beans in here because I need to replenish my stock of green beans, canned green beans. These are 2 feet by 10 feet, I think is what they came out, and I really am going to enjoy having them like rows in a garden back here in the back. When these 4 o'clocks come up hither and thither, sometimes I pull them up and throw them away, and sometimes I just put them in a pot where when they bloom and I come out here, I have all these gorgeous blooms. This is my cucumbers. You see all the blooms on them. I'm going to have, and these are straight 8s over here, and cucumbers, and I've got little cukes on them, but I'm not going to fish around in there because it's still damp from the dew, but I'm going to have a lot of cucumbers. Oh, there's one. See him laying down there resting? And there's another one that big on this one, right over there. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. We're just walking and talking, y'all. This is radishes, watermelon radishes, and see, more cucumbers will be going up this trellis. See them right over there? Going up the trellis with their yellow blooms on them. And on this side of this pot is mint, and it's going crazy. The radishes have grown, and of course my green bean, like I said, I picked a bunch of green beans. I'm going to have a cooking in there today. And they'll make some more since it's rained, and I'm fixing to fertilize them, and they'll grow now. More cucumbers, and I planted borage, which is an herb. It's good to till back into the ground, but it makes blue flowers that the butterflies and bees like. The next bed over here is the potatoes still growing, and I'll get closer to the house and show you that in a minute. I brought one of my little bottle trees over here. Derek made me a bed here that I'm going to put my okra in. Still the seed aren't germinating. The ground's not warm enough yet, but it's fixing to get there. We've had some warm days. My birds have come to visit this morning. My work tools here. That's more 4 o'clocks. And that's a Peggy Martin rose right here that I rooted, and it's just going crazy, real good. That's coral vine that's growing really well, and it'll cover the top of the chicken house and frame it and have blooms up there. That's my celebrity tomatoes, and they started growing overnight. They were very small. This is my other tomatoes that I have because my berries died on this vine here. I'm going to walk on out here and show y'all the greenhouse here and finish. This is lemongrass. It deters mosquitoes. And this is the potatoes again. I just want to go out here and I want to show y'all all of this, and then we'll go see the greenhouse. This is acorn squash, and they've got lots of blooms on them. Basil, another tomato plant, and a zucchini plant in the middle of here. Look at the tomatoes. Can you see them on this plant? I'm going to have tomatoes ripe a bunch at one time here for long, and I'm so excited. My strawberries that I planted bare root are just growing and coming over the top of the green stalk down. I have 2 of those. This is more tomatoes, and I have basil in there to help deter some bugs. I'll give y'all a look at my green stalks loaded with my green beans. I love it. Okay, we're going to walk over here and let you see how tall this is a trailing rosemary that I have down in the corner of this bed, and it helps to deter some of the bugs, so I'm just going to keep it. This is another one of the ones loaded with flowers, and they've grown really well. Hanging baskets. And this is yarrow. I have 3 different colors of yarrow in here, and some marigolds and some lavender. I have a zucchini tucked in here among the basil and the rosemary. There's my other strawberry one. And I put this ginger in, this variegated ginger, and it's doing very well. And then my rosemary has grown a little bit. I think they're slow growing. It's kind of lazy. Okay, I'm going to turn this off, walk out to the greenhouse, and turn it back on. I'm going to pause right here. This is a water fountain that Richard, my son-in-law, who passed away with pancreatic cancer 3 years ago, bought me for Christmas one year, and Troy's just let it set and never got it hooked up for me. So my friends are coming to level it right here and set it up where when I'm sitting out here at my table, I can hear the waterfall. Here's a look. My hanging baskets have grown a lot too since the last video. I'm going to come back out at night and show y'all, but I'm going to upload this video that I put the string lights in all back here, and I can come out here at night when it's cooler, and I don't know if y'all can see them or not, but I'm trying to show you in here. It lights the whole area up, and I can come out here at night when it's cooler and water, and don't have to be out here in the heat. This plant is called Ruella, and I just stuck a couple of them in the ground, and boy, it's took off too. I now have water in here, and of course my plug if I want to put a heater or something in it in the wintertime. But I absolutely love the greenhouse because I love working outdoors. And it has a door at each end so I can open it up in the heat and let you can't really put a vent on this, I don't guess, because it's cattle panels, but it's going to work fine for me. I have a potting table that a friend's husband made me several years ago, and it's over in the area that I've been using for potting, so I'm going to put it in here so I can do my seedlings, and this is going to be my happy place in the wintertime. And there's the walkthrough coming from over toward the greenhouse. This is where we come out here and can relax when we're not on the patio. Hope y'all enjoyed the update on the garden. I got my apron on and I'm fixing to wash my hands, and I am going to make a good recipe, and that'll be the next video that comes out. I'm trying to get back, really am trying to get back to doing a couple of weeks. So maybe this week will be the one that happens and I can get back on a regular schedule. I'll give y'all another update on the garden when I'm harvesting tomatoes and eggplants and tomatillas and all the things that I showed you today. Thank y'all for hanging with me, for being my good Strings family. I love you. I pray for y'all. I do. Say, Lord, I want you to bless my Strings family. Keep them well. Protect them. Help them to prosper. I do. I pray for y'all. I don't know everybody's name, but I sure do pray for the ones that are my regular subscribers and that are watching. So I'm going to get in here and get this uploaded where y'all know I'm alive and well. And I will get busy on that recipe, and then I'll be filming that here sometime today. The good Lord bless you.